My sister texted me. She asked if I was working, so maybe she's trying to play Call of Duty. Whenever she's home, I'll let her play Call of Duty on my PS4. But I don't know. It's Wednesday. You should be in Stillwater.
We're back.
We're back, peeps.
Oh my goodness. That was excruciating. That scared me. Yeah, tell your sister
44 minutes.
to F off. Just kidding.
She
She's
said,
nice.
tell your friends I said sorry.
Hey friends. Cole's sister is sorry.
With a little cat crying, laugh crying emoji.
Come on now.
What the heck? No PS4 found. Can I refresh? Yeah.
No, we didn't switch chairs. It's just we flip the mirror so that you can read. That'd be pretty funny though.
That's funny.
No, it's
We're gonna cut the stream. Here, quick, switch me.
see, everything is backwards. So when you flip after we start streaming,
Alright, hold on.
It flips
Hold on.
in it. Whoa!
We're back.
All right, we're good.
All those G's, man.
See, you can read the letters. The letters are good now. Sorry.
Don't carry it away there.
For all you audio listeners, man, you're really missing out. I tell you every week.
Every week. Tune in to
Every
live
week.
stream.
Live stream is where it's at. But still, I mean, you know, listen to the podcast still because that's why we do the recording and actually edit it and put it up and do all that stuff. And you actually get some cool stuff that you don't get on the live stream. Like a neat intro song made by yours truly, Cole Penrice. Oh, soak
Okay,
it
I'm
up.
done.
Soak it up, people. Go back and watch that. We'll put that on highlight. Just that looping. Let's hear it. Whoa, you changed your color.
Oh, weird.
You were red.
Do you
Now
wanna
you're
heart it?
blue.
I can pull it up. Should we do it?
Do what?
He wants to heart it.
Heart what? Oh, heart it. I thought you said hear it. Well, yeah, you were red on our screen. I don't know what's going on there, but now you're a light blue. It really goes with a ghost theme quite well. I enjoy it. Where were we? I mean, we're talking a
Oh
little
my
bit about
gosh.
Rocket League. We talked a little bit about Destiny. Let's talk about things. I don't think I really played anything else.
I started the Call of Duty campaign yesterday.
Ah,
Just kind of working my, starting recent and moving backwards. As far as recap goes for this season.
gotcha. What did we watch?
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, we watched Star Wars.
I watched Hateful Eight.
Oh, really?
good.
That Tarantino.
Love Tarantino.
Nice.
I was actually watching Pulp Fiction last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of going back and I watched Reservoir Dogs, his first movie,
Okay.
and then, about a week ago. Found out that was like his first kind of
breakout film.
his breakout film, and it's on Netflix. So
Oh,
I'm like,
sweet.
oh hell yeah,
Score.
yeah. Whenever I got my wisdom teeth out, I spent a lot of time watching Netflix, and I watched Django, I watched Inglourious Bastards, and I'm like, man,
I like Inglourious Bastards.
I realized I like Tarantino films. Way late to the party, but
Better late than never.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I've seen Pulp Fiction, but it was a while ago, and I don't think I got it.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because I was watching with my mom and my sister and my girlfriend at the time, and it's not really mom appropriate. So just
Yeah.
oh, this is kind of uncomfortable.
You're just trying to repress everything that happens for the movie.
Basically, it was weird.
That's me.
Oh, DJ Kid, now you're speaking Cole's language. Mountain Dew Phase 360 no scope, mate. XX420 Blaze It no scopes.
420, Blaze, Heat, I got.
420 24/7 360 no scope, Blaze It.
Throwing knife.
Your mom.
Your mom.
Am I 360 enough for you, Nat?
Am I 360? I miss the old COD days.
I don't. I like to reminisce about them, but I don't miss them.
I do sometimes.
I kind of miss the days of COD 4. Like, that's what got me into gaming and, like, actually gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Was COD 4 on my PS3. All thanks to the PlayStation Playboy Blake Wilhelm.
COD 4 on the PS3.
720 no-scope Doritos. Righteous.
Yeah.
No, seriously, COD 4 is the best COD ever. Thank you for acknowledging that. People just don't understand. These kids that are like, Modern Warfare 2 is like my first Call of Duty. It was like pretty awesome.
Oh, I'm waiting YouTubes all the way. Spaz 12.
Like, grenade launcher, I got like
people.
some awesome kill streaks. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Ah,
I spent a lot of time with Modern Warfare 2 and 3.
this guy.
Yeah. Old time, like, this was back when I worked at Subway, and like I would work till 9 and then get off, not have to be at work till 4 the next day. So I was up all night, slept all day, and then worked a short evening shift. A lot of times we'd stay up till 6 a.m. Be like, "I'm gonna go to McDonald's. Let's get breakfast at McDonald's." That was old Lord Puddin' back in the day.
Those are some good old days. Man, back when I was playing COD 4, back when I was playing WoW.
Yeah,
I'd stay up till like 5 a.m.
those are times.
playing WoW, go to the donut shop, be like the first people there. Gosh, those were some days.
Those are some days.
Those were some days. Anyway, we were talking about watching stuff. Movies, you've been on a Tarantino kick.
Yep. As far as series go, been going through That 70s Show again.
Yeah.
That's been my kind of go-to. It's something that I don't need to... It's like I can just watch again and not... I can fall asleep to it and not miss anything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny that you've been watching that, because Alyssa has started watching that. And, like, she started watching it one day, like, when I was at work. Because she's been on, like, winter break. So she's been working some days and then, like, just no school. So she's, like, here all the time. So she was like, one day, like, oh, yeah, I've been watching That 70s Show. I'm like, oh, dang it. Because, like, we always watch shows together.
Yeah.
And, they, like, she has some of her shows that she just watches. But she's, like, started That 70s Show. I'm like, are you serious? But, like...
That 70s Show is so good.
It's okay, because I can jump in and just watch any episode, and it's, like, it's just fun. It's That 70s Show. She's also been watching The Office, which I've just been, like, listening to as I've been playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she'll watch that when I'm playing video games, and it's like, oh my god. I just get to hear The Office, and it's just so funny. So funny. Like, I don't even have to watch it, because I've seen most of it already. Just hearing it, just like, I know what's happening, and it's just so great. Dude, Donna and Eric for life.
Laura Prepon.
Oh man, there's an episode of That 70s Show, so great. Whenever we were going shopping the other day, and like we were looking for spices and stuff, and like oregano came up. It was this one they're going to I
know what you get.
Van Stock, I think it was. Okay. She's like, his mom was like, Eric, I looked in your bag, and she's like, why do you have such a big bag of oregano? He's like, Donna's Italian. I was like, a bag of oregano.
I was thinking of the Snow Lodge episode when they find him. It's like, is this what I think it is, Kelso? If you mean paprika, yes, sir. Paprika's red. If you mean green paprika, yes, sir.
Green?
Hyde, help me out. Oregano.
Oregano.
If you mean oregano, yes, sir.
I love when Hyde gets the job at the photo hut.
The photo hut, yeah.
Is. Oh, God.
He's like, I just take money from the boss when he's not looking, man. You are the boss. And I'm not looking, man.
You do pretty good That 70s Show impressions.
That's, every 10th impression is somewhat recognizable. But I just keep going.
Yeah.
You only get better.
That's true.
You don't have to be an expert to practice.
With practice, you become an expert.
That has been insightful realizations with Josh and Cole and GCL, brought to you by Raising Cane's.
One love. Hashtag GCL tip.
Hashtag GCL just the tip.
How was Rick and Morty?
Yeah, Rick and Morty's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sam Larslier shared that with me over his Dropbox. It was a shared file.
Oh.
So I watched it through there. Yeah, it's great.
I need to get in on that.
So good. It is as good as everyone says it is. Plus 2.
It's been like this huge thing. It's like really blown up, but I don't quite get it. I get the Adventure Time vibe, and Adventure Time is like a little out there for me.
I've watched a couple episodes of Adventure Time, and it's not quite my thing.
So I don't know.
Same with Regular Show. It's not.
I like Regular Show. Yeah, Regular Show is pretty sweet. My sister got me hooked on Regular Show.
Really?
Yeah, she's a huge fan.
Nice.
But Rick and Morty seems like even more out there and like crazy. But it seems like kind of Back to the Future-esque, and I kind of like that.
Rick and Morty kind of touches on that fourth wall really well. Once in a while, they'll kind of cross that fence.
I love breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, that's like my favorite thing. I am obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Alyssa doesn't get it. She thinks I'm weird, but oh my god, I love breaking the fourth wall.
It's so good.
Because it's like when things do it well, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like Ferris Bueller is like a classic example of breaking the fourth wall.
Right. It's like the OG.
Like they made a drinking game out of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like every time he breaks the fourth wall and looks directly at the camera, take a drink.
I need to play that.
Remember we tried doing that one time.
Did we? I don't remember.
I felt like we were going to, but then
I know we've talked about it.
Something happened.
I need to play a movie drinking game.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I think that would be.
I've never done it.
Deadpool. So excited for that movie.
Apparently there's a viewing party when it comes out for work.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, it's like a whole month away, so...
You know how planning goes in lives.
But yeah, Deadpool looks great. I don't know if you guys have seen the Deadpool, like the latest movie poster, but it makes it look like one of those like relationship like date movies. It is so great. It was on like the front page of Reddit the other day.
I haven't seen it.
Did you see it?
No, I'll have to look at it.
Oh man. Oh man. It was pretty well done. I'm like,
I never knew anything about Deadpool.
It had the catchphrases like "True love never dies" or something like that, and it was pretty witty.
My experience with Deadpool has been cosplayers at conventions.
Really?
And they've all been pretty cool people. Pretty cool people. I love conventions. I don't go to enough.
So it's Deadpool movie poster number 7. Okay. Google's being a bitch. Oh, seriously? Now you're gonna be like that?
Switch to images is nowhere to be found.
Oh! Maybe I can save this. Please? 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 Nope. Oh, why you do this to me, internet? You're the worst.
Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I'm gonna have...
Are we talking like card game or video game or show or like just the entity in and of itself?
Yu-Gi-Oh! I just... Of those two subjects, Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game sucks. Show is alright. Pokemon, of course, the game. Card game is a good attempt. Show is awesome. Yeah, I can't do the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I graduated to Magic.
I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. That was actually great.
Dark Magician.
Dark Magician.
Toon Dark Magician.
It's not letting me like save any of these photos. I really want to show you guys.
Is it actually coming out Valentine's Day?
No, it's the 12th, but it's pretty close.
Same thing.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Red Eyes Black Dragon. How about that?
Winged Dragon of Raw, bro. I once printed out an online photo of Winged Dragon and Raw. Winged Dragon of Raw.
I don't know what that is.
One of the what are those 3 monsters called?
I don't know.
It's like the 3. They're not tournament legal, but in the show they're like the legit. They're like the OP god cards.
Oh, okay.
For the show, of course. So I printed one out and put it on like a piece of shit field card.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, I got this card.
Why?
I'm peeling the stitching off of this. I'm not going to do it with the can in there. I'm going to spill it all over the laptop.
Yeah, no, you will spill it all over the laptop. I'm sorry it took so long. The internet was being terrible. Oh, hey, get this. This is something we never talk about. I've actually been reading.
Yeah. Have you?
I have. And do you want to know what I've been reading?
I think I've seen you carry it around at work.
You probably have.
But I know they want to know.
I've been reading Harry Potter. Weird, right? A, I'm like, 10 years late to the party. B, I'm 10 years late. I'm 10 years too old to be reading Harry Potter, but no shame. But no, I've actually been reading, and it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it. I've seen the movies, of course. They're all fun. I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter as a child. I don't know if we've been over that in the past. But some of you might know that.
Okay, this cutting job is not prime, but
True love never dies. It looks like a romantic comedy.
it reminds me of
Ryan Reynolds, Batgirl, even says Valentine's Day. So go trick all your significant others into seeing Deadpool. Do it. And actually, go watch the trailer for it. The newest trailer. Right after we're done here, because it is awesome. We were watching it at work last night. It was great. Harry Potter, though. Reading Harry Potter.
those books are bomb.
They are. They're really good. I've really been enjoying it. Like, I have not read something in so long. Like, an actual book. And it's really nice to actually be reading something and getting absorbed inside a story. And like I said, I enjoyed the movies, but the books, of course, the book is always better.
Right.
And so I've been enjoying kind of that world of Harry Potter. Big reason I've been hopping into it is because Alyssa, girlfriend, is super into Harry Potter. She's a huge Harry Potter nerd. I'm more of a Star Wars nerd, but I'm like, I'm gonna hop in. She got like the full set. She's never actually had the whole set because she was the middle child, so it always bounced around between the oldest and the youngest and who's reading what. So she didn't have her own set of Harry Potter books, even though she's a huge nerd for Harry Potter. So she got the set for Christmas. She was like, oh my god, I'm going to read through them. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read through them as well. So whenever she finished the first book, I grabbed it, started it. So just kind of jive with her, kind of be on that level, understand the whole fandom of Harry Potter and why the books are so great, more than just being, oh, you're the guy that watched the movies.
I just like Daniel Radcliffe. Okay. You bring that up, especially about the movies, or the books being better than the movies. I started reading. This was a couple months back. I started this. I'm a slow reader, so I've been slowly picking away at this.
Yeah.
The Martian.
Oh, nice.
Went and saw that movie, and then someone suggested to definitely read the book because the book, so if you don't know, The Martian, this isn't spoilers. Martian is about a guy who is stuck on Mars for like 4 years, just trying to survive. It's the movie is documented. Okay, let me start with the book.
Okay, go.
I thought I was going to start with the movie, but I'm starting with the book. Book is basically these journal entries of his time there.
Captain's
And then
log.
yeah,
Stardate.
the captain's log, yeah. And then it kind of goes back to it'll kind of take a break and kind of tell you what's going on Earth and how NASA's handling his situation and how they realize what's going on.
Okay.
Then it'll go back to his journal entries, his captain's log. The movie, one thing that it's such a rather good transition from the book to the movie is because the movie, instead of using these journal logs, they use video logs, and it's Matt Damon and he's sitting in front of the video log. So the translation is actually rather fluid.
That's cool
when it comes to going from a book to a movie. Of course, the book, like they said, the movie doesn't as well encapsulate how much time he actually spends there and kind of his psyche of being the only man on one planet for that long. 4 years. Fuck. 4 years ago, I was like just out of high school.
That's crazy.
But like, and that was a long time. It's like, I like it because I have the movie. I saw the movie. I can go back and sit down and still pick up on little bits and know still what's going on, and it's really easy to kind of pick up and go and chug along at.
Cool.
Which is good for me because, like I said, I'm a slow reader. I don't have a very lengthy attention span. It's good.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm interested in The Martian because of all the, like, people were talking hugely about the movie, but in turn, like, in the same conversation, they would also mention the book. I'm like, that's pretty cool, because not always people say, oh man, you have to read the book.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, the Divergent, the great movies. Cool.
Are there books? That's the thing, is like most people, anyone will say, oh yeah, the book is better, but it's one of the things, have to read the book. Harry Potter is one of those things too. It's like, if you like the movies, you have to read the books.
And I'm finding that just in the first one, like I'm enjoying the little details and the little quips and things like that you just get, and you get the better look at the characters. I'm just like, this is really good.
Yeah. I also wasn't allowed to watch anything Harry Potter, read it when I was growing up. Whenever I was little, my parents had told me, they're like, oh no, Harry Potter's about witchcraft. You're not going to watch that. That's
classic conservative.
That's work of the devil.
Yep.
And then I remember going through my basement, because I was in Wisconsin at the time, and seeing the Chamber of Secrets book. I was like, for a while, I thought that was the first book. I was like, Sorcerer's Stone, what? So I ended up one time, in school you have like these required readings. They're like, okay, here's a list of books you can read. Sorcerer's Stone was on that. So I was like, I'll read that. And I remember like hiding under my covers at night and watching that for the required reading.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, it wasn't that like, wasn't that like, I don't know what the word is.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like
Mad Libs with GCL.
I like that. We should do that. Like, start a sentence and then wait for a comment. First one to comment, we'll fill it and go from there.
So the other day I was playing with my...
And then there was a huge... that went all over the... And then walked in.
Oh, damn. I was going to say exactly that. That was pretty good.
Oh, man. Super good book is Ready Player One. Never heard of that.
Feel like I have heard of that.
Written by Rocket Jump?
I mean, it's definitely video game related. There's a lot of good video game books out there that I need to read. Thanks to Colin Moriarty.
Hashtag Colin was right.
Dude, hashtag Colin was right.
Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 delay. He couldn't have been more right.
Spot on.
Jeez. For those of you that don't know the name Colin Moriarty, Kind of Funny, a podcast much, much more popular and better than ours.
Which I guess isn't too much of a stretch, because if
Yeah.
you're watching us, they're also streaming right now, so...
Yeah, you must not know about them in that case. So don't leave, please. Please don't go.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go.
No.
No, but seriously, they're awesome. Where I got a lot of my inspiration for doing this. I don't know about yourself, but I know it got you into them, right?
Yeah.
You
You definitely did get
I take credit for that.
Nah. It was
Jesus
Podcast
Christ.
Beyond.
We're
That was like one of the first podcasts.
We're so much just a family tree from Blake.
We really are.
Seriously, everything that Blake got me into, I've then passed on to you.
Blake is my grandpa.
Yeah, he's your geek grandpa.
Geek grandpa.
Oh, Ready Player One, is that the one with like the downfall of Sega and like the Sega Nintendo rivalry, that kind of stuff? 'Cause if it is, then I'm recalling correctly. If it's not, then who knows? But oh man, that's interesting, man. Because yeah, Blake influenced me, brought me to PS3. Because I played Xbox before that. Original Xbox, OG Xbox. No,
Nope.
dang it, I was wrong. Okay, thanks, Bird Ghost. I if I have money to throw out a book after Harry Potter, I mean, talk to me in a year when I finally finish that
When you're
book
done with them
series.
all. When you're done with Chamber of Secrets.
Oh man, Blake has passed on so much, and not just in like interest, but like at work as well. 'Cause he referred me,
Yeah.
I referred you. All the kind of funny stuff, like he got me in on Beyond, and then I introduced you to Beyond, and then kind of funny, and now we're podcasting. Which Blake, did you see Blake is starting a podcast like series thing with Colin
Wait, what?
or Alden or one of them?
Oh, okay.
He
Wait.
posted this on Facebook.
Oh, they're starting a podcast.
Yes, it's repetitive gaming.
Nice.
I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Repetitive gaming.
I thought you were talking about Colin Moriarty. I was like, wait, do you
No.
mean Greg or
No.
wait, what?
They don't have anything official yet, I don't think, but he did just post something on Facebook.
Talk about doing something?
Yeah, they're gonna start like some stuff, like some Let's Plays, and I think like almost review type stuff, and like a bi-weekly podcast. Copycats. We're bi-weekly. We're
Bi-weekly curious.
bi-weekly curious. Spice Orange, I hope you're still there. We miss you.
That's for you.
So yeah, I think that's really cool that he's gonna start doing that. We'll definitely. I told him the other day he was talking about it at work. I was like, hey, GCL fam is there for you.
Yeah,
Like, let's do some crossover stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you get more famous than us, then we'll ride on those coattails. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I always thought about like, hey, if someone wants to make a podcast, like we have the equipment, you can use our something.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't interfere
Yeah.
with our time. Find a different day.
Right. Don't make us do it.
Man. Do you guys, the chat room, Twitch, hello. Burghost has been carrying on the conversation. We appreciate all you guys' time. But I think it's, let's see here, it's just 20 after 2. 20 after 2. We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. Minus a couple of minutes for that weird interruption. Thanks, PSN.
Actually, my sister. Thanks, Marlene.
Thanks, Marlene. Do you guys have anything for us? Any closing comments? Any closing questions? Anything at all? Star Wars. Let's end with that. How about it? Nay? All right.
Speak now.
All caps it if you don't want us to talk about Star Wars. So, I've seen it twice.
Same.
Nice. Once in Real D, once in 2D.
Both in 3D.
Okay.
Yep.
How
Which I
did...
didn't expect, but they're like, here's your glasses. I like, oh, sweet. Speaking of, Warren has $5 Wednesday movies.
Yeah.
I might see a movie today.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What's that? There's another movie I was meaning to watch. I'll figure it out later. Let's go on. Star Wars.
Yes, DJ, we'll keep it spoiler free. I just really want to talk about what we thought of it, honestly. So, no spoilers. For those of you listening to the audio version, don't worry about that. We're going to be spoiler free, so you can keep listening. I just want to talk about kind of how I felt, and you guys feel free to write in if you've watched it. Tell us what you think as well. But yeah, seen it twice. So the first time, I was like super hyped. I was like, oh my god, that was so cool! I can't believe blah 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 blah. I was like, hold on, I need to take a step back. I need to jump off the hype train.
Jump off the hype train and
evaluate everything.
Take a Josh look at it.
Yeah,
the intelligent evaluation.
So like seeing it a second time was like absurdly necessary.
Yeah, dude. So I totally agree.
And you did something crazy though.
It was crazy.
The way you saw it. Tell the people what you did.
I was at the movie theater for 18 hours.
18 hours
watching every Star Wars in the movie theater. This is a 1 a.m. to 10 p.m. showing.
Jesus.
It was fantastic.
Yeah?
I napped through 2, took a good sleep through number 3, and I'm thinking episode 3, and was pretty well awake for 4, 5, and 6 because those were during the day.
Good.
It was really cool because like you go from 1 to 3 and you see kind of like the technological advancement there, and then you take a step back into history and start with episode 4.
Yeah.
And you go through a little bit of technological advancement, but
most definitely.
By episode 5 or 6, I was like, man, I'm really ready for some modern CGI, which just got me more and more hyped for episode 7. So whenever it came up, I was like, yes. It was great.
The effects are so great.
Oh, 2015 bitches.
That's cool. That's a really awesome journey. Like I wish I could have like done something like that.
I wish I would have stayed awake through 2 and 3 because those are probably ones I remember best. I mean, I watched a lot of episode 1, The Phantom Menace whenever it came out. Of course, we had that on VHS. Still do. I saw it the other day. I was like, oh, we still have that.
That's awesome.
Neat. But yeah, I mean, of course, my dad had the original trilogy. So like I had watched those, but I had watched the first 3, more so. I remember for a while, I kept the ticket for episode 2. Whenever it came out, whenever I saw it somewhere, I don't know, some old wallet.
Back in the day.
Yeah. But I watched those are like one of the first movies, 2 and 3, that I watched in theaters because we didn't go to movies theaters a lot. We like to spend money on that.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, episode 7. It was a good journey.
Yeah.
The way they did it is like, so it started at 1 a.m. We watched the first 2. No, we watched episode 1, 2, and 3. And then they gave us a hour-and-a-half breakfast break.
Oh.
Yeah, between each movie, there's like a 20-minute bathroom/snack break.
Cool.
Hour-and-a-half breakfast break. We went to... I went with Emily, coworker at work. Frems. And we went to Cracker Barrel.
Nice.
Had a good breakfast there. And we went back and watched the 3. We went to... Outback. That's where it was for dinner.
Outback.
Yeah. Like right before the movie, we're like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great journey.
So I mean, you had the freshest, experience. What did you think of 7? Like, how does it rate? Is it in the top few? Like one of your favorites? Is it the top spot? Were you happy? Because there's been a lot of, I guess, grumbling about it copying episode 4.
I like it. I think they played it safe, which is really all they could do. They couldn't go over the top with this. J.J. Abrams did a good job of setting the path for the rest of the movies. It had some good moments. The opening scene, like, it was really cool watching the opening scene in every movie, how it started in space and like peeled down,
Yeah.
and like how that kind of developed.
I love the pan down.
Like 2 and 3, it was like all these crazy space battles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And episode 7, like you see the planet and it's like, okay, so we're about to go to the planet, but no, like
the ship
just goes and then just keeps going, covers the entire planet, keeps going. It's like, oh, that right there is pretty badass.
That's menacing, yeah.
Yeah.
So that set an interesting tone. You're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like something's happening.
That's something I really paid attention to was the tone that it set from the title screen.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
yeah. I was really happy with it, and I agree with you in the fact that they played it safe, and I don't think that was a bad thing. Like there were a lot of really good parts. I don't think there were necessarily any bad parts. I mean, some parts are questionable, and I would have liked to maybe have seen them gone a different way. They seemed a little, almost, almost like I could see them coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the scene started or when that moment started, I was like, oh, this is when this happens. I'm like, oh, this is that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I get that, but it's not bad. That doesn't mean that it was a bad thing. And there's a lot of things that they did that they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. Is it my favorite? No. Is it like in my top 3? Probably. It's probably better than one of the than one of the like originals. Which one? I don't know though, because I love the originals.
They're just classics, like.
Yeah, and I watched through like 4, 5, and 6 before seeing 7 with Alyssa just to kind of refresh everything. And 4 I've seen a million times because that's the one you always watch. Because you're like, oh, I'm going to watch the Star Wars. So you start with 4.
and then
you fall off and you don't watch 5 or 6.
Every once in a while you'll actually commit and watch 5. Once in a blue moon, you'll go through with 6.
But 5, like watching those 3 is like 6 is the one I've seen probably the least. Albeit, 1 and 2, but I don't.
Yeah.
I try not to watch those as often as I can. I actually enjoy 3. Not bad.
I like 3.
It looks cool. It's got some cool stuff in it.
I enjoy 1 and 2. It was just a sign of the times.
Yeah. But like 5 has always been my favorite. Hoth, that opening scene, the attack on Hoth, just really cool stuff. Luke finding his powers and stuff, and the cave, and like kind of the start, the build of like all the cool stuff to come. But like 6 is really good.
Yeah.
And a lot happens. Oh man, I'm trying to think now. Because 5 is where Luke goes. That's Bespin, because he goes to Dagobah. A lot happens in 5.
Yeah.
But 6 is really good. Like, there's a lot of things that surprised me about 6. Like how good the fight scene was. Like compared to 4. Oh man, that's like those are those technological like leaps and bounds that they made. Compared to 4, the battle between Luke and Vader and stuff is so much better. Way better choreographed.
Lot smoother. Yeah.
They took a lot of more risks. The effects were a lot better. In front of the Emperor, stuff like that. The remastered and like the Blu-ray versions added some weird shit. But I very much liked 6. I was like, oh man, this is vying for top spot. But I like 7. The modernness was awesome. They did it well, but they did a lot of, it wasn't all CGI. They did a lot of like props and appreciate that.
That's the thing. That's where I heard where they could, they did. They used props. They did not do CGI.
Yeah.
I think the one thing about 7 that bothered me, which is kind of up in the air, is how quickly Rey got her powers. She got a grasp on the Force.
Spoilers.
Shit. Sorry. Did I say Rey? I'm so bad.
But honestly, if you didn't see that coming, come on. Come on. It's episode 4, just different characters. No, I mean I agree. Since you said that spoiler, I'm gonna agree with you there. I thought that was very odd. But yeah, I was just like, oh, this doesn't quite make sense. But she seems like a smart girl.
Like you compare it to 5 when in Luke's path. Like he really
He's a real dim,
he
like
was-
dumbass. Not the
think
sharpest
that's
tool in
the
the
thing.
shed.
Yeah, I think that the difference there might be that Luke might. I think Luke didn't believe in himself near enough. Maybe Ray. I mean, that's the thing is, it's 30 years later. I don't. That's the
And
thing
she's,
is,
like,
that's kind of the variable here.
And that's the thing is, I mean, since we've kind of spoiled, Mike is acting funny. That might be because Cole's playing with the cord.
I'm not hearing it. Cause I got.
Well, but going from out there into the controller, that could be. Stop touching it.
I'm acting funny.
But I think because you know this
microphone-
is after everything that's
Microphone
happened.
used to act funny. Now it used to not be acting funny. Now it is. That was a tough road to get to that punchline.
Oh man, it was like driving through downtown. A lot of potholes on the way, but gosh darn it, we got there.
Sorry, you were saying.
It makes sense. I think like there's plenty of explanation for why it was so quick. Like because all those things have happened and they're almost legends or like these stories that they're not sure if that was actually true, if that actually happened.
Mhm.
So I think her being able to call back on that is like, wait, like all this stuff is true. Like, because she's had a
'Cause
certain amount of proof at that point.
Yeah, she's kind of. I mean, like everyone in that universe has kind of built up the imagination of what if the Force was real, and
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, it's revealed to her that it is.
Mhm.
She kind of taps into that imagination, and she just
Yeah,
clicks.
she's like, okay, I believe like this is the real deal.
It's like if someone says, "Yeah, the Force is real," like you can go, grab that remote off the table. It's like, oh my God, you have it.
Just being facetious.
Oh shit! You saw it here, folks.
Missed it.
We're still working on it.
The mic used to not act funny, but now it does.
But yeah.
I'm really the most exciting thing, and this is kind of in conclusion, the most exciting thing about episode 7 is episodes 8 and 9. And also the 3 spin-offs.
I haven't heard much about the spin-offs.
I know the first one is Rogue Squadron. I think that's going to play a little bit into He Shall Remain Unnamed, but the pilot.
Gotcha.
I think, Rogue Squadron, if that makes sense, I don't know if he's associated with that, but I would assume, oh, hey, look, they introduced this character. I'm sure he's got a lot of backstory. Let's take a look at that.
And it's like tying back in. That's the thing is I don't know. I heard somewhere is that it was like in a different time frame.
Oh, yeah? Maybe.
Maybe.
But one thing is just about the 8 and 9 I'm so excited for is like there's so many questions. And 7, I'm like, whoa, who's that guy? Whoa, where'd he come from? Whoa, what is this?
Who's this figure that they're kind of touching on?
Yeah, like
Sort of.
so many things. I'm like, there's so many questions. And then cliffhanger.
And then cliffhanger.
Like almost literally.
Hangerist of
The cliffside hanger.
I mean, that's not funny.
Oh boy. So yeah, Star Wars.
Did my giggle give it away?
Go watch it. Cole really didn't spoil a whole lot. Just a very
That's
little
going to be
bit.
the title of this episode is Star Wars spoilers.
No, then no one will listen to it.
Maybe I should just insert a clip before that segment and be like, "Hey guys, I totally spoiled this whole movie, just so you know."
Or we can... No, because then we talked about it a little bit. Yeah, maybe if you could figure that out. Just be like, I accidentally spoiled right here. and they don't have enough time to pause, so they hear it anyway. You're like, I warned you. Anyway,
Sorry.
it's been fun. We've been at this for about an hour and a half. We thank you guys so much for joining us. This was our first comeback podcast of 2016. We're excited to be back. I don't know. I've been kind of in a weird place about taking the work to do this, and because all that time off, it was just kind of nice not having to worry about it and put in
really
extra
was
effort.
just focusing on games and family stuff.
But this has been good, and I thank you guys for being here. So please give us a follow. Go over to my Twitch channel, Jinx_B. Give me a follow there. I might hop on and do a little bit more playing today. Got some errands, got some things I got to get taken care of, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'm going to start streaming more and maybe start a new thing called something about my back burner. A lot of games I'm known to start but not finish. So I kind of want to get in there and just kind of wrap up.
Dude, my back burner is on the back burner.
So you're going to see like the ending of a lot of games. If that at all intrigues you, or if you just want to see me like hop in and be like, oh my God, what was I doing? Like,
what was I even...
Where am I?
That's how God of War Ascension was for me. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Transistor is going to be real interesting.
Dude, yes.
And I want to start Bastion because I got that, but I'm like, I need to finish Transistor.
I have that too. I don't even think I've started it.
So stay tuned on my channel. We'll see what happens there. Again, follow us on Twitter. We're at GCL Podcast. @_Brooklary, that's me. @Cole Penrice is the man to my left. He used to not be funny, but now he is. And @GCL_Zach is the missing link this week. He is the infamous and the unforgettable. You can find us all online at those places throughout the week. Catch us again in 2 weeks right here for the podcast. Next week, we should be on my channel, Jinx. That's why it's important to go over there and follow. We'll be doing a Let's Play. We don't know of what yet. Usually like a multiplayer game of sorts. We've done GTA, we've done Rocket League, maybe Magica 2, because that's on PlayStation. That's a good multiplayer game. You just never know. We've actually played Hearthstone in the past. That was pretty fun too. We've done a lot of stuff. If you've got a great thing to suggest, hit us if you want to see us play something. We've got a really good stream of Until Dawn that Cole and I did. The thing
That's
that
a full
pisses,
game stream there.
Well, the shitter is I waited too long to put the Bass broadcast into highlight on part 3.
Oh.
So it automatically deleted it.
Oh, dude, I hate that.
So there's parts 1 and 2.
I wish it would keep it. Or give us more time.
Yeah, well, if I subscribe...
If it gave us more time, then we would wait longer, though.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with myself there.
I really screwed the pooch there, so I'm sorry I dropped the ball. But you get parts 1 and 2 of Until Dawn. That was really good. And it ends on quite the cliffhanger, so... Whatever. Find us, gclpodcast.com, youtube.com/GCLpodcast. Cole just posted a mean Trials clip if you're into Destiny and that kind of stuff, or just impressed by clutch moves in first-person shooters.
FPSs.
iTunes and Stitcher.
I haven't checked in on Stitcher in ever.
I hope it's still working.
I hope it's still working.
Let us know if it's
Shout
not.
out to those Stitcher folks. You're still there.
We love you guys. We thank you. We'll hopefully see you again next week for the Let's Play and the week after for the podcast. Stay classy. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.